Have you ever felt like your feet just don't listen to you anymore? One morning you wake up, step out of bed, and suddenly your toes feel numb, your calves tremble, and every step seems unsteady. Many of my patients, once they're past 50, assume it's simply a sign of getting older. But the truth is, it's not always that simple. Sometimes the real culprit is something very small, a lack of vitamin B12. I want you to imagine this. Blood is like a river that nourishes the body. Vitamin B12 is the quiet boatman, carrying oxygen to feed every single muscle fiber in your legs. When it's missing, the river slows down, the nerves grow weak, and you begin to feel numbness, cramps, even a loss of balance. One of my patients, Mary, once told me her biggest fear was waking up in the middle of the night, her calf muscles tightening as if gripped by an iron hand. When we ran some tests, we found she was severely deficient in B12. After just a few months of proper supplementation, not only did her cramps fade away, but she was able to walk her dog in the park every morning again, something she thought she'd lost forever. Science shows that after the age of 50, our bodies naturally absorb less B12. But here's the good news. We can replenish it through the foods we eat, through simple supplements, and most importantly, by listening carefully to what our bodies are telling us. So if you've ever felt numbness, trembling, or a sudden loss of balance, ask yourself, could my legs be quietly craving something I've been neglecting? Have you ever noticed that just by taking a short walk under the sun, your mood suddenly feels lighter and your steps become steadier? That's no coincidence. Part of the reason lies in vitamin D, a gift that sunlight quietly gives us. Vitamin D is like the foundation of a house. It keeps the bones strong, helps the muscles connect, and allows your legs to stand firmly on the ground. Yet many people over the age of 50 are deficient in vitamin D without even realizing it, especially as modern life keeps us indoors more than ever. I once met an elderly gentleman, John, who always carried a cane because he was afraid of falling. Tests revealed that he was severely deficient in vitamin D. After he began supplementing and spending a few mornings basking in the sun, he told me, "I don't just feel my bones getting stronger. My spirit feels brighter every single day." Science confirms this. A lack of vitamin D doesn't just weaken bones and increase the risk of cramps and osteoporosis. It also affects mood and even sleep. But the solution is beautifully simple. A meal with salmon, eggs, or milk, a small daily supplement, or simply letting the sunlight embrace your shoulders for a few minutes each day. So if your legs have been feeling tired or unsteady, perhaps ask yourself, have I allowed the sunlight to touch my life today? Have you ever sat down after a long day and felt your legs heavy, as if the blood was moving too slowly through them? Many of my patients describe that feeling, a kind of quiet weight that makes every step harder. One hidden key to this lies in vitamin E. Think of vitamin E as the gentle breeze that keeps the river of your blood flowing freely. It supports circulation, protects the tiny blood vessels, and brings oxygen to tired muscles. Without it, the flow becomes sluggish, and the legs start to cramp, swell, or lose their energy. I remember Mrs. Clara, a graceful woman in her 60s, who once told me, "Doctor, it feels as though my legs belong to someone much older than me." Her circulation was poor, and tests showed a vitamin E deficiency. With time, and with the right foods, almonds, sunflower seeds, leafy greens, her strength returned. She later shared that she could dance again at her granddaughter's wedding, something she thought her body had long forgotten. Science backs this up. Vitamin E acts like a shield against oxidative stress, keeping the blood vessels and muscles young. And the beauty is, it's within reach every day, hidden in the simplest meals. So I invite you to reflect. When was the last time you gave your legs the nourishment of this quiet guardian? Sometimes, a handful of nuts or a spoonful of olive oil can be more powerful than we imagine. Have you ever noticed how a small bruise on your leg can linger for weeks, or how even the tiniest cut seems to heal more slowly as the years go by? Many people think it's just old age, but often the quiet reason behind it is a lack of vitamin K. Vitamin K is like the weaver of the body's tapestry. It ties together the threads that help your blood clot, Your bones stay strong, and your legs remain steady. Without it, the fabric begins to fray. Bruises appear more easily, bones become fragile, and balance feels less certain. I once treated a gentleman in his early 70s, Mr. Harris, who would find dark marks on his legs without remembering any injury. He thought his skin was simply thinning with age, but when we checked, his vitamin K levels were low. With some simple changes, adding spinach, kale, and even a little broccoli to his meals, the bruises faded, and his confidence in walking returned. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like my legs are no longer betraying me." Science explains this clearly. Vitamin K helps direct calcium to the bones instead of letting it drift into the arteries. It keeps the skeleton strong and the circulation clear, and it doesn't require anything extraordinary. Just the quiet wisdom of green vegetables on your plate. So I ask you, when was the last time you allowed something green and alive to nourish your body? Sometimes, the smallest leaf of spinach can carry the strength your legs have been waiting for. As we've journeyed together through these quiet companions, vitamin B12, D, E, and K, I hope you begin to see them not as mere nutrients, but as faithful friends walking beside you. Each one plays its part. B12 protecting the nerves that guide your steps, D building the bones that hold you, E keeping the river of blood flowing, and K weaving strength into every fiber of your body. Aging does not mean surrendering your vitality. It means learning to listen more deeply, to notice the whispers of your body, and to honor them with care. I've seen men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s regain lightness in their stride, joy in their mornings, simply by giving their bodies what they had been silently asking for. So I invite you to pause and reflect. What do your legs, your heart, your spirit need today? Maybe it's a walk under the sun. Maybe it's a handful of almonds or a plate of greens. Maybe it's simply the courage to believe that your best days are not behind you, but right here, waiting. Because every step you take is more than movement. It's a reminder that life is still flowing through you. Let's honor it, nourish it, and walk forward with strength, gratitude, and hope. If this message has touched you, I want you to know you are not alone on this journey. Thousands of people your age are rediscovering their strength, their balance, their joy, simply by paying attention to these little keys of health. So if you've ever felt the tremble in your legs, the weight in your steps, or the silence of forgotten energy, let's walk this path together. I'll be here, sharing stories, science, and gentle reminders that your body still longs to thrive. If this resonates with you, I warmly invite you to join our community by subscribing so we can continue this conversation week after week. And if you know someone, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, who might need these words, share this video with them. Sometimes, hope is just one story away. And now, before you go, take a deep breath. Feel your feet pressing against the ground. And remember, every step you take today is a step toward a stronger tomorrow.